me see if I can see when there we go. It's being live streamed. Awesome. So somebody give me a thumbs up, Michelle or somebody, if y'all can see. Are we live right now? Okay, amazing, amazing. Okay, let me get back over here. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us live tonight for our first ever live call streamed here with the Detox Divas. And my name is Landy Martin. I'm a Ruby director here, and I'm so excited. We have a jam-packed call tonight full of testimonies, you guys. So I just want to welcome you. Thanks for taking busy time out of your schedule. Do me a favor, comment down below where you're tuning in from, whether you're tuning in live or replay. Hit hashtag replay or hashtag live. And we're going to be giving away prizes tonight. So I'm going to tell you how to win those real quick, and I'm going to get diving in. We've got 9 different featured guests tonight going to tell their story on how this company has changed their life, you guys. So I don't want to get into their time too much. How to win. We're going to have a full-size potassium. If you're not getting your leafy greens, you need this in your life, okay? We're also going to have a full-size Nova Cognitive Smart Coffee. It's probably our most popular product, okay? Fulvic's running a quick, it's catching up to it now that we have the Fulvic, but we are going to be giving away a coffee, and we're also going to be giving away our Gentle Detox Tea. Now, how do you win? All you have to do is comment down below who invited you to this call. When you're watching on Facebook Live, please comment on Facebook who invited you to this call. And we're going to randomly give these products away every 2 or 3 speakers, okay? Awesome. You can also share this live and comment shared in the comments below, and that will also qualify you to win. So don't miss out on that. We're giving away over $100 in products, 3 full-size products tonight, guys. All right, welcome to our call. This slide here is quick about our products, the quality. They're third-party tested, they're organic. We work with a world-renowned formulator named Alexandra Brighton. She's absolutely amazing. First of all, though, we're not making medical claims. We're not doctors, okay? Well, some of us are doctors on this call, but don't construe anything you hear on this call as medical advice, okay? Everything is not designed to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any disease. That is an FDA disclaimer that is on every single supplement that you will find no matter where you buy it, okay? So don't let that scare you. Also, I want to remind our speakers real quick, don't use any trigger words, okay? We want to stay in compliance, so don't use the C word, okay? All right, and that's just one of them. So without further ado, I am so excited to introduce our first guest. I met this lady a couple of years ago. She's been with our company, I think, 2.5 years, and she is an absolutely amazing person. She has released, as she says, 45 pounds, guys. And this is not just about weight loss here at our company. This is about transformation. This is about life-changing. We have products for inflammation, for pain, so much more. So I am going to go ahead and unmute Miss Jessica Sailey. Now, if you can unmute yourself before I find you, go ahead and do that. I am so excited to hear your testimony.
I think I got it, Landy.
Awesome. All right, you have the floor, sweet doll.
All right, thank you. Hey, everybody. I'm happy to share my story with you. I have actually been with HBN since May of 2019. Really got serious about my weight loss journey in February of 2020 when my blood sugars and my A1C were like desperately out of control. And pretty much I was basically like a stroke or a heart attack waiting to happen. So I work in the healthcare field. I am an admissions coordinator for a very busy inpatient acute rehab hospital. So I was, admitting patients who were having amputations, strokes, heart attacks, just the whole gamut of things that I was destined to have happen to me if I didn't change my ways. So I started to use the products consistently. My staple products were Vitality. I absolutely have to have Vitality at least 4 cups every single day. Slimmer Max and Healing Trilogy. Those are my staple products that I use every day. And I did not put this on my slide, but black seed oil. Black seed oil really helps my blood sugars. And if I don't take it, I do notice a difference. My blood sugars will go up. So Of course, recently I added the fulvic humic acid, and I just switched from the liquid to the powder 3 days ago. And I'm telling you, this powder is a game changer. I'm already seeing an improvement in my blood sugars just in 3 days. My blood sugar has dropped 50 points. So I'm anxious to see if that continues with the fulvic. I do intermittent fasting along with the products. That's what works for me. But really, it's all about finding what works for you and just being consistent with it. So I've done that. I'm human. I've backslid a little bit here and there when there's crazy stuff going on in life, but I get right back on track, just stay focused. And that's helped me to maintain that 45-pound weight release. And I learned to say release because I actually learned that from Miss Nicole Estep. Some of you know her, but it's all about the mind. So I'm not saying I lost the weight anymore. I'm saying I released it because I don't plan on ever finding it again. So it's released, it's gone.
I love that so much, Jessica. I love your story. Thank you so much for sharing it again. And I
You're
love
welcome.
released. That is like, you can just let it go, right? Let it go. You don't want it back.
Yes, and that YouTube motivational video junkie, that is key. Like I said, it's all about your mind, and you have to have 30 to 60 minutes of personal development every single day, because you skip a day or two and you go right back to that negative self-talk. And I try really hard not to go there.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate
Yep.
you sharing with us.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, guys, next up we have, and I'm trying to tag you guys. I'm sorry, I can't do it from my phone. And if I get out of this, it's going to mess up, I think, my recording. But next up, I'm so excited to hear from Troy Monroe. He is absolutely amazing, you guys. I'm not going to reveal his age, but for him to know here on his slide, he's been a vegan for over 30 plus years. You can see that he's way younger than his biological age. And that is just a testament to what good, clean living will do for you. He eats an 80% raw diet with 20% cooked. He eats vegetables and fruit. He's a grandfather, which is incredible, guys. I can't wait to hear his testimony. And Troy, if you can unmute yourself, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Perfect. I can hear you well. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to adding me to the call tonight. Hello, everyone, HBN family. It's been an amazing ride for the last 30 years, and I just am appreciative to the creator that for this company, because I didn't think I could get any better. I don't come from a background of much having to do with much ailments, except for a histamine problem that I had when I was in, I suppose it was back in junior high school. And I started my change from to a plant-based diet when I was very young, between 14 and 15 years old. And I became a vegan, I think full-on vegan about 2021. So I haven't really touched and eaten meat or anything meat-based or animal-based for over 30 years. And I've just grown in the culture. I've gone through a lot of stages, from the analog foods to more raw. And that's kind of where I'm at in my life right now, just eating more raw and superfoods, so much so that at this point in the game, I call myself a superfood vegan. I've been on HBN products for the last 3 years. The main products that have really enhanced. Now I'm talking about enhancing because I'm someone that is, I specialize as a wellness in anti-aging. So I teach people how to take raw fruits and vegetables and use those to enhance their bodies, but at the same time, slowing down their aging process. So that's why when people look at me, they're thinking I'm like 25, 26, and I'm like, I'm grandpa, okay? But this is what I believe that God's diet does for someone when they really stay focused on it. And the enhancement to that in this day and age has been superfoods. And HBN has been the premier company that I've seen out there that has just totally enveloped every aspect of what you could find or what you want to find in a company that is able to provide a formula that can do just about everything someone needs to be healthy and to enhance their body. And shout out to Marcus, because Marcus introduced me to the company. I reviewed the products, the formulator, and I'm like, this is top notch. The products that have enhanced my life have been Vitality, Mind, Body, and Soul, Fulvic Acid, Black Seed, and as of late, Fulvic Acid. And if you look at my page, you'll see on there the Fulvic Acid effect. And what I mean by that is by studying into this super food soil. It's crazy because I'm reading dirt here. Okay, black magic. But I went in 2 years on HBN from 40 to 50 pull-ups just prior to my 50th birthday. 50 pull-ups, you know, being enhanced by HBN products, you know, getting that super high-end nutrients into my body. Then fulvic acid comes along, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to get better than this. So on June 17th, this is a real testimony. You can watch, you can look at my page. June 17th of this year, I went from doing pull-ups to doing gymnastic muscle-ups over the bar. After being on fulvic acid for 30 days, June 17th, I went from one muscle up on June 27th, of 2022 to over 200 up to this day. That is incredible. And I'm telling you guys, it's the power of plants over pills that's doing it. The voltage, the electricity, the megahertz, how alkaline, all those things are working in the body to actually produce a stronger energy, immunity. It's just amazing. And I'm just flattered. And now, guess what? I'm on my 40-day, my 10th year, my 40-day juice fast, the 10th year of my 40-day juice fast, and 80 to 90% of what I'm consuming as far as nutrients is all HBN, mind, body, and soul, fulvic acid, black seed. And I feel stronger and just more energized than ever before. It's day 16. I have like 20 something odd days to go. I haven't even reached the halfway point yet, but I feel amazing. So we're in the right place with the right product, with the right compensation plan. This is where it is. And I'm just happy to be here. And there's so much more to go, because from what I'm studying, we're just getting started on the fulvic acid. They're saying you got to look at your body 6 months down the line before you actually see the full effects of what you're about to experience. So this is amazing.
I love your energy. Oh my gosh. I mean, like I said, you're a testament to what you do. It's absolutely incredible. Guys, we have almost 70 people on this call. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry that I can't tag you guys because I've already gone live, but we'll work out the kinks on our next time. So it's a good time to give away a prize, okay? I just looked down here, and the very first person I see who has shared it is Dan Stokely. So Dan Stokely, you are our first winner, and you're going to be receiving the potassium B alkaline. So this is great. It's great if you're not eating enough leafy greens. It's an angstrom form. It goes straight into your cell where you need it. So Dan, PM me your address, and you're going to get that potassium. Whoop, whoop. That's exciting. All right. So next we have the beautiful one and only Taylor Porter. Y'all, she is such a go-getter, such a doll. She's fairly new to our company, and she is a mom of 2 boys and an angel baby. God bless her. She is an executive here already. She's been tearing it up here at this company, and she's been with us since March. And she also has some medical field experience. She is a nurse, full-time nurse. And so she's going to have an interesting perspective, you know, like Troy was talking about, those plants over pills, and how it's because she's probably seen the pharmaceuticals and what they do. And she's going to give a testament now to what plants can do. So Taylor, if you can please unmute yourself, doll.
Can everybody see and hear me? I got my little one here.
Okay, I hear you. Oh, I see you too. Okay, there you go. You have the
Perfect.
floor. Thank you. Thank you for sharing tonight.
Thank you. So I started with HBN. I mean, I had used a couple products a couple years ago, but got really consistent since March. And I don't have any like specific ailments, but I've just noticed, especially with the fulvic, with being a mom of 2 little boys, my energy is so much better. I'm able to keep up with them. And obviously I'm not getting a full 8 hours of sleep every night. You're okay. Sorry, this is a rough time for us. But I'm not able to get a full 8 hours of sleep every night. But the sleep that I do get is just better quality sleep. And what is the matter? What is the matter? Oh, you're okay. I'm so sorry. But anyways, the healing trilogy has also been huge for my gut. I decided to get an IUD at my 6-week postpartum check with this little guy, and it was misplaced. I had to have an emergency surgery to remove it, and I ended up getting cellulitis and peritonitis, which is life-threatening. So I never had constipation before, but that ended up being an issue for me afterwards, and just continued inflammation in my gut. So the healing trilogy and Fulvic has been huge for my gut health and immune health, and just feeling better finally after almost a year of that. So they're amazing products. I love to continue to share them, and have the business side to help with these little guys. So I'm thankful to be here. Sorry about the chaos.
Hey, you know what? Thank you, Taylor. That is awesome. That's what this is all about. You're able to do this at home with your little ones, which is amazing. Thank you so much for that testimony. All right, next up we have the amazing Nicole Estep. You guys, she is so cool. I met her in an event a few months ago. She was a paramedic for 15 years. She is a naturopath. She also used to own a fitness facility, and she has such an incredible, she's a master certified trainer, as well as a yoga. She does everything, y'all. Jack of all trades when it comes to health, okay? Now, I'm not going to tell her story at all. I want her to tell it. It's absolutely amazing. So let me find her real quick, Nicole.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me on this call. So as Landy said, I'm Nicole and I'm from Pennsylvania. And I started on these products last November. And just to give you a little backstory of kind of why I was, searching for it. I am a naturopath, so I do kind of vet lots of products for not only myself and my family, but also my clients. But 3 years ago, I was tragically hit riding my bicycle, and I suffered a traumatic brain injury. And it was a pretty significant brain injury in where I had severe memory issues. I had severe brain fog, and I had really bad anxiety. I was just not myself. If you knew me before my accident and then you knew me after, it was just like, I was a completely different person, and I couldn't stand noise. I have grandbabies. So, I have 4 girls and I have almost 4 grandkids. And I really couldn't even stand to be around the noise of the kiddos. And so my life completely changed. And 6 months after my accident, I actually had to sell my business. And, I just felt like, I just basically for 2 years, almost 2 years, I just basically didn't really do much, and I was trying to heal. So when I stumbled on HBN's products, I knew of the formulator, and I was like, wow, I mean, if Alexandria is involved, I have to try these products. And so I started with the Vitality, and then the Mind, Body, and Soul, and the black seed oil. And about the first 3 weeks of being on these products, specifically the Mind, Body, and Soul, specifically the Mind, I felt like my brain was like a computer that had been unplugged post my accident. And after I started taking these products, it almost felt like my neurotransmitters were knitting back together and that my computer was plugged back in. It was remarkable. And so people were like my family was starting to notice I was staying up later. I could be around the kids. Like a year ago, I could never have done this call this late at night just because I couldn't have formulated sentences this late. And so it's just been, and now with the Fulvic, that was the icing on the cake. I can even feel, just since I've been on Fulvic over the last 2 months, that my brain, my computer is getting even sharper. I am remembering things that I couldn't remember prior. And I just feel like true deep healing is going on. So that's my experience. And not only the products have been a blessing, but all of these people, these gorgeous people that were on the call, they've become family. They're a blessing. And also the business side of it has become a blessing because I get to work from home. I sold my business. So I was, I am a naturopath, but I do that very, casually, but this has given me a purpose and a mission again. So that's kind of my story with HBN. And I thank you for allowing me to share it tonight, Landy.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I love hearing your story. I learn something different from you all the time. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys, these products are truly healing. And what's cool about the fulvic is it is enhancing those nutrients. She was doing so well with the mind. And the fulvic is just helping get, 60 times that into her cells. So absolutely incredible story. Thank you, Nicole. All right, guys, I love this couple right here. But before we go, I'm going to go ahead and give away another product. And I was able to finally share it in a couple of groups, in our testimonials group and our consultant group, but I don't know why I can't share it to people's pages. My phone's being crazy. All right, so next up we have, it looks like Charles Grizzly is the next winner, and you are going to be winning a full-size Nova coffee. So PM me your address so we can get that out to you, okay? All right, without further ado, you guys, let's move on to Joe and Carrie Chickerell. They have been sweethearts for 45 years. Isn't that incredible? I love it. Guys, whoever's not muted, go ahead and mute. So I'm going to let them tell their story, but she basically saw a Facebook post on Facebook, which is why we share this love, why we want to get this stuff out there, because you never know who you're going to help, y'all. And she has an incredible transformation herself. So let me go ahead and let Joe and Carrie have the floor. There you go.
Great. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. So Joe and I have been together since we're 15 and 18, and it's a long time ago. We're now in our 60s. About 15 years ago, I started with some health issues. I had an accident, and then I was diagnosed with a pain disorder, which is an autoimmune disease. Shortly after that, with multiple sclerosis. So I was suffering from pain and brain fog and depression and anxiety and everything. It was just brutal. And then a couple of years ago, Joe and I decided we were going to start exercising and eating clean and really making a lot of changes in our lives. And I lost in the interim about 42 pounds the past year. So that was great. And then fast forward, I met Alicia on a Facebook ad. She was posting about just some health products and also financial wealth and health and wealth. And it piqued my interest, and I reached out to her immediately, ordered my products. I started with Mind, Body, and Soul. Some people had recommended that, and I have felt like I've been on it for about 2 months now, and it's not very long, but I feel a definite difference in my brain health and anxiety, pain levels, cravings for food. I also have been taking the black seed oil, which I'm not really sure which is doing which for me, but I find that my hair, my nails, my skin is very soft. The other night we were watching TV, and I turned to Joe and I said, I haven't had a pedicure in months, and my feet are like so smooth. It's like an amazing thing. So it's just all the products. I'm very anxious to be giving you a testimonial in another 6 months or so, and working the business, and that's about it. So thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Joe, did you want to add anything?
No.
Just there for moral support. I love it. I love that you guys have been together 45 years. That's incredible. So congratulations to you guys just on that alone. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, there we go. All right, next up we have, I love this lady so much, y'all, Janet Hazer. She's so amazing. Let me mute you real quick. Sorry, just while I introduce you, she has been with us 2.5 years. She's an executive here, y'all. She is a go-getter. I'm telling you, she works a full-time job, but she works here, and I love it. She's also a grandmother, and I'm gonna unmute her. She's got a really cool testimony. Okay, there you go, Janet. You got it.
All right. Thank you, Lindy. Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. For many years now, I've suffered with neuropathy. It was since 2001, I believe, when I lost my mom, and it was like everything was coming together for me. My life was going down the drain, and just so much pain. I kept going back and forth to the hospital. I went to many doctors, and they were prescribing medications that I was extremely allergic to, and ended up in the hospital because of allergies. I have severe allergies, and I did all the spinal injections. I did about 27 of them. Nothing worked until I went to a doctor, and he finally told me, "Listen, I'm going to treat you like a friend, like a daughter. I don't want you having those spinal injections anymore. They're not working for you. They're very painful, and what you have is not gonna get any better." So I decided to stop everything. I threw out all the medications, and I was introduced in about 2020. I was introduced to the pain cream and osteo and all the oils. So I decided to give it a chance, since nothing else worked. So I placed my first order, and I started putting a little bit of pain cream on my legs. Now, usually I never used to sleep night without waking up screaming from spasms, because they were really painful. So I started using it like 3 or 4 times a day. I even took the jug with me to work, and every time I had a chance to go and put some on my legs, I did that. And what a difference. Like, I went to work that one morning, and I was sitting at my desk, and I said, wow, 6 hours have gone and I have not had any pain in my legs. So back to in February of this year, I had foot surgery, and because lying down for 2 straight weeks, I couldn't move with elevated leg. My hip was giving me a lot of problems. So I was putting the pain cream, and then someone suggested that I do the osteo also. So I added 10 to 12 drops with the pain cream, mixed it, and rubbed it on my hips. Usually it takes me 2 weeks, 2 weeks to a month to get my hip back in place without going to a chiropractor. Well, let me tell you, within one night, my hip was back to normal. I was able to walk. Yes, I was limping from my foot, but I was able to walk. I was able to sleep again. And it's just the pain cream, the osteo, the sensory, they're just absolutely amazing. And that's my story.
Love it. Thank you so much, Janet. Love it. Y'all, I hope you're getting from this that these products work. What I love is they work and they're clean. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, we just have a few left. We've got 2 more prizes to give away. So can my co-host please help me out a little bit? If you see someone commenting who invited them in the chat or if they shared it, please let me know. Just unmute yourself and let me know. It's really hard to see Facebook. I'm doing my phone and this together. So next up we have Miriam Kareem, and she's a stay-at-home mom. She just joined our company just a couple of months ago, and I believe she has a good testimony on black seed oil. These are a few things about her on the left side. And Miriam, are you where you can unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
I can. There you go. Good to have you. Welcome.
Can you see me? I think you can. Okay, well, I have a wonderful testimonial about black seed oil. Throughout the years, I've always had issues with ear infections. And sometimes, how if you've ever suffered from ear infection, sometimes your hearing gets distorted. Well, last year it got so bad to where I thought I was going to have to start learning sign language. I tried everything. I tried the allergy medicine my doctors prescribed. They told me that it was just an allergy. And I went to get my hearing tested, and I was just basically told that if I wanted a better quality of life, I was, since I'm 55, 50, I was 54 at the time, since I was 54, that I'm aging, and I would just have to take that, that I'm aging, and that I would just have to possibly just get some really good hearing aids. So with last year, it was so bad, a hearing aid wouldn't have done me any good. I mean, simple things like hearing wind blow against your ears, I could not hear. And so I figured, I said, okay, well, I had some black seed oil laying around the house. We have it all the time in the house. And so I said, well, let me just try it, to see if this will work. So I took a tablespoon of it. I was desperate. I took a tablespoon of it, and like the next day, I noticed my ears popped. You know how sometimes if you're in an elevator and your ears pop, well, that's the sensation I was feeling. And I was like, okay, it might be working. So I started doing that every day, and my ears, I guess, maybe it was like some type of swelling or some type of really bad irritation, because sometimes it takes like almost a year for it to go away. The last time this happened, and this was like the worst that it ever had been. And I was just like, I don't think it's going to get any better. But it started getting better. My hearing was a little distorted at first, but I kept taking the black seed oil. Now I can hear. I just usually use, like if I'm on a Zoom call or something, I have headphones on, which helps me hear a lot better, but I can hear so much better. Even in the ear that was the worst, I can hear a whole lot better. So that's all I wanted to share. Oh, also, when I started a company a little over 2 months ago, I started on the Slimmer Love Box, and I have lost 30 pounds in a little over 2 months, and I'm just excited, and I can't be more excited. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Wow, Miriam, that is incredible. Both two amazing testimonies right there, y'all. And there are a lot of studies on the black seed and how it clears the mucus. So absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. All right, next up, I think we have two more testimonies, you guys. Hopefully we will finish up by about 7:35. We have the one and only Seymour. I'm so excited to hear him talk, y'all. He's incredible. Please read these things about him on the slide. He's done so many cool things in his life. He's been involved with the industry since 1982. He's been with our company for 2 years or more. He is a 29K platinum executive. I'm sure he's knocking 30K's door. Okay, Seymour, are you with me?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
We can. I'm so glad everybody keeps getting kicked off. They're saying they get kicked off. So I'm glad you're still here. You got the
Thank you for inviting me. I'm a little bit under the weather. The first time since I got out in the military in 1991, I've been like this. So I hope I can make it through without a lot of coughing. I got introduced to HBN in October of 2019. I got introduced to it actually in February of 2019. And I kind of just let it look, it went over my head. In October, James Davis, my sponsor, posted a live video saying that the first 10 people to follow this link and click on this link and register for free, I'm putting you on my strong side. He did that at 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't see the post till 3 o'clock that following morning. So when I saw it and I read it, I said, oh man, I don't miss this. So I went ahead and signed register anyway. And let me tell y'all this, guys, I registered to prove that these products wasn't going to work, because I've been in other network marketing that dealt with CBD and some other health products. I've had a lot of military injuries. None of them worked. Okay. For 30 years, I had problems sleeping 2 hours a day. Pain, my back. I played ball for the Air Force, so I broke my ankle several times, broke my wrist several times. So I used to be in constant pain. I was supposed to have knee replacement February of 2 years ago. Because of COVID, they canceled all surgeries. So I still haven't had it. So I ordered the products because it said it was free to join. And it was, if I didn't work in 60 days, I could send these products back and get my money back. So what do I have to lose, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I swallow those words because October will be 3 years I've been in HBN. My flag is planted here. I'm not going anywhere. I've got several testimonies, but my biggest one, and please, people, please don't do what I did. Okay. If you're going to do it, check with your doctors first. I'm not making any medical claim. This is my testimony. A few of y'all seen this before. Y'all know what this box is, right? Y'all can see this love box. And it says on there, love box, do plants, not pills. This is just some of my medication that I got off. A total of 35. Okay. And they're in this box to remind me never to do it anymore. The medication they were giving me for the time I was in the military until I decided year before last, to do this, didn't work. It was masking the pain. Motrin that was giving me ulcers and all this stuff. They finally took me off of that in 2010. But these medications, because of another reason, my dad, I'm 61 years old. My dad been diabetic before I was born. My dad's still popping pills. And every time I told him about our products, I got to check with my doctor. Okay. So one day I asked him to get those meds that he was taking and to read me the side effects. The main one that he's taking for his diabetes, and again, people, I'm not making any medical term, but the main thing it said, the first thing it said, it could cause kidney damage. If you're diabetic because your kidneys are damaged. Second thing it said, it could cause heart attack, strokes. It could make you suicidal. So I said, did you ask him about those? Long story short, my dad is now doing dialysis. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm done. So I went cold turkey. And again, do not do this. Check with your doctor before you do this, okay? I went cold turkey and I detoxed myself for 3 full months straight every day with the Vitality Tea and some other products. And then I started feeling better. My pain is my knee. I mean, it's the mind, body, and soul. Removed the inflammation once I learned about the mind, body, and soul. But this product right here, that black seed oil, took me off of nitro because I had 3 heart attacks in the past. This thing took me off of my nitroglycerin that I was averaging about 3 to 4 of them a month. I have not taken one, knock on wood, since November of 2019. And I take this loyally every day, 3 to 4 times a day under my tongue. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, and throughout the day, and another 2 or 3 times. But these product works. This right here is what launched my business, the pain cream. Once I found out how good it was, I went out and I bought some sample bottles and I took it to work and I started handing them out to people that was complaining about pain, even some of them older mall walkers that was walking around. The next day, some of the employees came to me and asked me, do you have some more of that pain cream that you gave me yesterday? I said, yes. Can I get some more? I said, nope, you got to sign up. Register right here. I hand them my phone and I register them right there and then. And the key word I always use is register. I don't say sign up. I said, put your information right here. Now go to your email. And this is while I'm standing in front of them. And once they log in, I hit them to place the order because I told them, you saw how quick it worked. So now you know it works. So it's not like you're buying something you don't know about. Your first try and the results was quick. So that's what launched my business. And in 5 weeks, I hit platinum. So if you just use these products, tell your story, guys. Tell your story. People are out there looking for stuff, and don't waste your time telling everything about HBN, the business, the compensation plan. Tell the story of what these products did for you, because people out there looking for it, and all it is that you have to listen. Sometimes we got to shut up and start listening to what people are telling us, because people are asking for help. But if we constantly trying to talk about our business and try to talk about it, we're not listening to what they're asking, what they're saying they need. So it goes over our head. So listen to what people say, tell your story, share your story, and watch what happens. Back to you, Landy.
Thank you, Seymour. Absolutely amazing. As always, thank you so much for your story. I cannot believe those pills. Every time I see that, y'all, I mean, if you can get off that many meds, that's amazing. And that's a big testament to the products. Y'all, we're running a little bit late. So sorry if you need to jump off and jump on Marcus Jones. He's doing a biz op call right now. So if you need to do that, go ahead, feel free. We have one more testimony for you tonight. And last but not least, because this is an incredible testimony here by Rachel. And I'm going to give away another free Vitality to Stephanie Wilcox, who said she shared this live. So Stephanie, if you will PM me your address, you will get a free full-size Vitality. And without further ado, we have Rachel, who is a womb wellness educator, y'all. She trained on our call a couple of nights ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and she is really, really gifted, really talented. And I can't wait to hear her testimony. So Rachel, are you still on? Maybe, maybe not. Rachel?
Hello.
There you are. Okay, wonderful. Let me pin you real quick. All right. You have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'll keep this short and sweet. The first wealth is health, said Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that. I believe that. I would just say this summer for me has been emotional. My father passed mid-July. And it also came at a time of the closure of a lot of major wake-up calls and family health issues, like coming to a close of like 2.5 years. So I felt pretty, the word I was used was kind of dried up and tapped out and just like done this summer, especially. And I began using HBN products in, I think it was May, late May. And so currently, I'm just going to go currently through what is blowing my mind is magnesium, the magnesium drops. Just the level of no like cravings for sugar that brought on surprised me a lot. The grounded, relaxed feeling is just divine. And my 3-year-old, I gave him his little dose the first time, and he said, "Mommy, I need another dose." And then I need another dose. So he had 3. And this boy is very, 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 very active. Will talk until he falls asleep, just full on. And so I have noticed with him easier bedtimes, easier just giving into the restfulness, which is beautiful. And for myself, just more relaxed and less craving for sweets. Like I started to crave sour things, which I was very interested, like yogurt and like sourdough crackers, which was very interesting instead of like higher sugar things. Like it was very interesting because I feel like that's more replenishing. And then fulvic acid. So I started the powder like maybe 2 months ago. Yeah. And I learned it is so energizing for me that don't take it too late in the day. I think I had to put some in my water around 5 o'clock one day. And then I was like, why am I still like, feel like it's the morning? I said, oh, I know why. So I take my fulvic a little bit in my water in the morning now. And then if I need to pick me up like mid-afternoon, you know, like 1, 2. And that is amazing for just this like massage of this grounded, clear energy. I also love to use it as a face mask. It's like a face lift and your skin is just delicious. And I also like to use it in my bath or for a foot soak. Your mind after 5 minutes will have no thoughts. It's just this clear, beautiful, meditative space. So that's an absolute foundational must-have daily for me. And then Soul, I think was the very first experience I had with HBN. Yeah, I think Soul was it. I can remember I was out in my garden. I had mixed it up. I sat down and I drank it and I was just like, oh my word, where has this been? It was just like an answered prayer. And it felt soothing. It feels very hydrating and it tastes delicious. A lot of B vitamins. It's this beautiful green color. And my body immediately was like, give me more. And I would have another one, 2 hours later, another one. So I love my Soul. I do that every day, twice a day usually. And my kiddos also, I'm giving that to them. I noticed that really helped with the mood. I had them all do that 2 days ago. I thought, okay, every day at breakfast now, we're going to pop our Soul in. Help with stabilizing like happy moods and focus on our homeschool endeavoring. So Vitality is a beautiful blend that I take as an infusion. I prep it overnight And I like to add a little like coconut milk, make it a little latte. It really has made my skin super plump and yummy and helped my irritability like disappear. I just feel so much more even, and it feels like this energetic massage to my liver. It just feels like so much deep nourishment and balancing for my mood and my energy as well. Actually, yeah, I notice I do feel it pick me up after drinking that. Tastes so good. It tastes so tasty. I can remember too reading the ingredients and just seeing the synergy and just being like, wow, I know this is going to be amazing. And then when I took it, it was even more than I could have imagined. So I'm very thankful. Body, I'll share from one of my customers. Her response was more endurance. So she could play pickleball 2 hours. She's in her mid-60s and she felt great. Didn't feel winded. She's like, let's keep playing, which was new for her. That was what she first noticed, like right away, like within a few days of starting taking her body. And then Mind, from another customer, she shared after about a month, I think it was, her word was resilient. She felt more resilient. For me, when I first took my first drink of Mind, I just felt this clearing in my brain and clear-headed, and just realized I was thinking too much. And if I just went ahead and did something, it was done. And it could be that easy, which was new for me and very refreshing. So that's my 2 cents. And I am just absolutely in love with sharing these products with women, especially to help with cycle balancing and nourishing in the preconception window, because that is so, so, so important, and it affects generations down the line. So that's what I'm here for.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel. You're a wealth of knowledge. Appreciate you sharing all of that with us. So you guys, I want to announce real quick, we are doing a 3-day liver cleanse. It's starting September 30th. Just be sure and get with who invited you to this call, or you might be invited to an event, because there are multiple groups doing this cleanse. And so just get back with whoever invited you for that. You guys, once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who shared their testimony tonight. You guys, we have such an amazing thing here. We really appreciate you all. Sorry we went a little bit over, but that's what happens sometimes when you have amazing things to talk about, right? So we will see you again next Thursday on our product call. We appreciate you a ton. Bye, guys.